Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be doing my Pickems for the playoffs for champions, for Valorant champions at Istanbul, Turkey. Now obviously these are the 8 teams and these are also the matchups as well. So the first one we have DRX versus Fun plus Phoenix. Leviathan, I think Leviathan or Leviathan, I can't remember actually how you pronounce it, versus Loud, Opta Gaming versus Team Liquid, and XZ versus Fnatic. So those are the teams who will be competing for possibly a chance of winning champions. So we'll just go from top to bottom. So first start off with Fun plus Phoenix and DRX. Now I still don't have faith on DRX not choking. I still think they're gonna choke. Fun plus Phoenix is a very difficult team as well. Now there has obviously been a stomach bug that's been going around as well at Turkey, which is obviously has affected some of the players, mainly FPX, when Artis was actually in hospital for a bit. I think he's okay now, which is a great sign and better than ever. I do think FPX is going to win this regardless. It does not really matter. It'd be very difficult if DRX can actually win against FPX. Next up, we have Leviathan versus Loud. Now, I do think this actually will be a very, very close game. Leviathan, they have looked extremely good, especially in the group stages when they beat up PaperX and Team Liquid. I still don't know how the hell... Well, no. Was it? Yeah, it was, yeah. I'm surprised about that. And I'm sorry to the Brazilian fans, but I have a lot of faith in Leviathan. I think they actually have a pretty decent chance of, I mean, maybe a good run, but I do think they're going to win against Loud. I think the curse is literally Latam, obviously Latam versus Loud, versus Brazil, not Loud. Latam versus Brazil. I think that's going to continue, sadly, for Brazil, and I do think Latam and Leviathan are going to win that one. Next up, Opta Gaming versus Team Liquid. This might also be a pretty difficult match as well. Obviously got NA versus EU. Opta Gaming, they obviously came first in their group. Team Liquid came second. It's gonna be pretty difficult. I do think Optic's gonna win this though. They have a pretty likely chance, a pretty good chance of winning that match. And finally, for the upper quarterfinals, XZ versus Fnatic. I'll be honest, I have more faith in Fnatic than I do in XZ. That's just obviously because Fnatic. This is also gonna be in a LAN event as well. So I do think the crowd boost, the hometown crowd that Fnatic are gonna get due to Alpha, I think that's going to help them a lot. Lower round 1, DRX versus Loud. I think Loud are going to easily win that one. It will be very difficult to stop Loud. DRX might, but I'm still not convinced that DRX have stopped their choking. I think they're still probably somehow going to choke in this playoffs. Team Liquid versus XZ. This actually might be a pretty good match as well. Both of these teams have star players that have been Cryo from XZ and Scream from Team Liquid, so it's gonna be pretty difficult. Well, actually, it's gonna be a really good match actually for both of these teams. If I had to say who's gonna win, I probably will bet my money more on Team Liquid. They have looked a lot stronger than XZ in my opinion. I also kind of think that XZ had a very easy group compared to everyone else. I actually can't remember who was in their group. Oh crap. Was it? No, wait, yeah. Well, it was, yeah, so they had FPX, I remember, I think that was like Crew and Zersh, if I remember correctly. I actually can't remember. I don't think I said Crew, but they had another team. It was a pretty easy group for them to advance. And they also versed up against a very weak FPX, obviously after the stomach bug. So I'm not that surprised. Obviously FPX got hit the worst because the artist was in hospital for a bit. I think he actually did play in that match, which was good. But still, I mean, what else do you really have to say about that? Even though I love XZ a lot, I'm not fully convinced, especially against a very hot-looking Team Liquid. Upper semifinals, FPX versus Leviathan. I think FPX is going to win that one. It's going to be pretty difficult for Leviathan to win. Then Optic Gaming versus Fnatic. Now, these two teams have been neck and neck. I think these two have also been in every LAN event, I think, if I remember correctly. Yes, they have. Obviously, Fnatic, I mean, the first one, it wasn't with their full roster. They had to have 2 subs. That being Enzo and who was the other one? Actually, I can't remember who the other sub was. Which, oh god, I can't remember right now. But it's sub. Oh, Hyber. Hyber? Yeah, I think I say the same. I'm pretty sure it's Hyber. Maybe it's Hilber. I think it's Hyber. Pretty sure. Optic Gaming, they obviously won Masters 1. Second Masters, they were very close. Fnatic, I think, came third. No, I think they were in LAN. I think they were on LAN from my question. I might be wrong actually. I don't think they were. But yeah, I mean, both these teams have been really, really close, neck and neck throughout this whole season. I think Optic Gaming is going to win it though. A bit more faith in them, I'll be honest. So yeah, I'm going to say Optic is going to win that one. Loud versus Fnatic. I think it's going to be very, very difficult. And I do believe in Brazil's supremacy. I think Loud is going to win against Fnatic. I think it's going to be very close though, but I think Fnatic is going to... But I think Loud is just going to edge it out. Team Liquid versus Leviathan. I don't really think Team Liquid wants to lose against Leviathan again, which is why I think they're going to win against that team. Upper final, FPX versus Optic Gaming. I think Fun Plus Phoenix are going to advance to the grand final. Loud versus Team Liquid. It's going to be incredibly close in my opinion. And actually, I'm really tempted to actually say Loud is going to win this one. I think they also have some great players. I think Aspaz might actually pop off this time, unlike I think it was Optic when they just didn't show up, I think. I think they're actually going to do really well. Team Liquid, I mean, they are on a roll right now. I'm saying Team Liquid for this one. I just have more faith in Team Liquid. I just think Team Liquid as a team, as a whole, is just better. Better chemistry. Or even Dimasic and Emil. They look really good with Dimasic and Emil. I thought, like, maybe like they look really bad without those two. Like, maybe, like, who do they usually have? They have, like Link and Sliggy. I think they actually look a lot better than they previously had when they had Link and Sliggy, in my opinion. They look really good. Optic Gaming versus Team Liquid in the lower final. I think it's going to be just like last year's champions, where I think it's going to be a full EU grand final. Who do I think is going to win it between FPX and Team Liquid? I think it's actually going to be FPX. I think FPX is going to be the first team, hopefully, to win 2 LAN events, two massive LAN events, Masters and Champions, 2 massive ones, further solidifying themselves as the best team in the world. Even with all the ups and downs of this year, with not even getting into Masters 1 because of visa issues, having a sub for the first 2 days or 3 days, I think, in Masters 2 Copenhagen. They're winning Copenhagen as a whole, having a stomach bug from artists, making it to the playoffs even with that issue, and I think they're going to win it all. Which I'm going to submit my Pickems, so hopefully, oh my god, there you go. That's better. I don't know why it always does this to me, it just hates me for some reason. So just a recap, for the upper qualifiers, I think FPX, Leviathan, Optic, and the Fnatic are going to win that one. Lower round 1, I think Loud and Team Liquid are going to win that one. Upper semifinals, FPX and Optic. Lower round 2, Loud and Team Liquid. Upper final, FPX. Lower round 3, Team Liquid. Lower final, Team Liquid. And grand final, FPX. So that's really about it for my Pickems. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.